At a residential construction site, a worker stands on temporary formwork, guiding a concrete hose. Then the overloaded structure becomes unstable beneath him. Do not begin a heavy wet concrete pour on elevated temporary formwork until the shoring has been engineered, cross-braced, and verified for the load. Inside a deep foundation pit, two workers stand near an unshored dirt wall as an excavator digs nearby. Then the soil begins to move. Do not allow anyone to enter a deep excavation or trench unless it has been properly sloped, benched, or protected with an engineered trench box. Unshored soil can shift unexpectedly, and even a small wall movement can leave a worker with very little time to react. Site managers should enforce excavation standards, ensure trenches deeper than 5 feet are shored or shielded before entry. On a concrete structure, a man pulls on a heavy steel beam. Then the stored tension releases, causing the beam to move upward unexpectedly. Do not position yourself directly over a stuck heavy object or try to yank it free near an exposed edge. When a bound steel member releases, it can recoil and cause a loss of balance near the edge. Workers should stay out of the release path and use pry bars, winches, or other mechanical means from a stable position. Any strenuous work near a drop-off also requires an independent fall arrest system. When force is needed, the task should be reset and controlled so the release path, footing, and fall protection are all planned before work resumes. Above a deep construction shaft, a crane lifts an excavator out of the pit. Then the rigging gives way and the machine descends back into the pit. Do not hoist a multi-ton excavator with unverified or non-redundant rigging and keep everyone out of the lift exclusion area. Excavators have uneven centers of gravity, and a single rigging issue can cause the load to shift unexpectedly and descend quickly. Lift plans should use engineered multi-point rigging, properly rated components, and a clearly enforced exclusion zone before the load leaves the ground. Large suspended loads must never rely on improvised or underrated lifting gear. Tag lines, pre-lift checks, and a designated signal person add control and reduce the chance of uncontrolled load swing or rotation during the lift. On a suburban driveway, a man climbs an unsecured extension ladder. Then the base slides on the smooth surface below. Do not set an extension ladder on smooth, sloped, or debris-covered ground unless the top is secured and the base is anchored or firmly held. If the feet lose traction, the ladder can slide out quickly and lead to a fall onto the surface below. A ladder is only as stable as the surface and support securing it. Small changes in surface angle, dirt, or ladder placement can remove the margin of safety, so setup should be checked every single time. In a busy restaurant stairwell, a server rushes down steps in high heels. Then she loses stable footing on the edge of a step. Do not rush down hard surface stairs in high heels or other unstable footwear, and always use the handrail. Narrow heels reduce traction and balance, making a missed step or slip much more likely. Employers should require closed-toe, slip-resistant footwear where staff move quickly on stairs or hard floors. Individuals should slow down, hold the rail, and keep stable footing throughout the descent. Dress codes and housekeeping matter because many preventable slips happen during a routine movement, not only during obviously high-risk tasks. On a sloped driveway, a courier walks away from her van. Moments later, the unattended vehicle starts moving. Do not exit a delivery van or other commercial vehicle on an incline until it is fully in park and the parking brake is set. Even a slight slope can allow the vehicle to move and create a serious hazard nearby. Drivers should follow the same shutdown routine every time. Shift to park, engage the handbrake, and turn off the ignition before stepping out. If a vehicle starts moving unexpectedly, stay clear and do not try to stop it with your body. A rushed stop or informal shortcut can turn a normal delivery into a serious vehicle movement incident. In a warehouse aisle, a forklift carries a load raised too high. Then a quick stop shifts the balance forward. Do not travel with a forklift mast raised, and do not brake hard while carrying an elevated load. Raising the load shifts the center of gravity and makes it easier for the pallet to slide or for the truck to become unstable. Operators should keep the forks low, about 4 to 6 inches off the floor, and slightly tilted back during travel, then come to a smooth stop before lifting or lowering. Safe load handling depends on low travel height and controlled movement. Pedestrians should also stay clear of forklifts that are turning or braking because an unstable load can come down with very little notice. On a fragile metal roof, a homeowner moves carefully across the surface. Then the panel beneath him becomes unstable. Do not crawl, walk, or kneel on unsupported corrugated metal, plastic, or fiberglass roof panels without crawling boards or another means of spreading the load. These panels are not designed to support concentrated body weight and can become unstable between structural supports. Before roof work begins, identify the support members and use rigid planks or approved access systems to bridge the gaps safely. Thin roof panels should never be treated as a solid walking surface. Supervisors should mark fragile sections clearly and brief crews before access begins, so no one mistakes a roof skin for a safe walking surface. In a transport yard, a worker steps in front of a slowly moving truck to stop it. The vehicle continues moving forward. Do not try to stop or brace against a rolling commercial vehicle with your body, and never stand between a moving vehicle and a fixed object. The force of a truck can quickly overpower a person and create a serious crushing hazard. Transport yards should require drivers to set brakes fully and use wheel chocks before leaving the cab. If a vehicle starts moving unexpectedly, everyone nearby should clear the area immediately rather than attempt a manual intervention. Emergency response in these cases begins with distance, warning others, and securing the area rather than making a last-second physical attempt to stop the vehicle. Inside a fabrication workshop, a gas cylinder stands unsecured. Then it tips over, releasing stored pressure into the area. Do not leave a high-pressure gas cylinder freestanding or unchained, and never move or store it without the protective valve cap in place. If the valve is damaged, the cylinder can release its stored energy and become a high-energy hazard. Compressed gas cylinders should be secured to a wall, pillar, or approved cart with proper restraints, and the valve cap should remain on unless the cylinder is connected for use. Good storage and handling practices are essential because a falling cylinder can become a serious impact hazard. At a warehouse dock, workers pull a tall pallet from a shipping container using a manual pallet jack. As the load transitions onto the ramp, the center of gravity shifts. Manual pallet jacks do not provide assisted braking or load stabilization. When used on a downward slope, gravity accelerates the load beyond what can be reliably managed through handle force alone. Transition points between flat surfaces and inclines further reduce stability for tall, top-heavy loads. Tall pallets must be broken down into lower, more stable configurations before ramp movement.